Hi and welcome to my video. Today's video is going to be an update for the Pan That Palette 2024 Project Pan. My palette for this year is Colourpop's Going Coconuts. Last update I set a goal that I wanted to hit pan in a new shade, and I actually managed to hit 2 pans. So let's see inside and go through the numbers of how many times I used each shade since the last update. So the first shade up here is called Shredded. This is actually a Franken shade in between Coolada and Shell Yeah. This shade I used 17 times since the last update, altogether in this project 29 times. The pan has definitely expanded quite a lot. I almost hit side pan, but not quite yet. Definitely for the next update, probably already like tomorrow. The next shade in the middle here is called Palm Reader. This one I use only as an inner corner. This pan has expanded a little bit as well, I believe. I used it 25 times since the last update, and altogether in this project 135 times. The next shade is Coolada. This one is actually a new pan, and I only used it since the last update 3 times. So the first time that I used it, I already hit pan on it, and the other 2 were basically just expanding the pan. At first my focus was on Shell Yeah because it is a warmer toned shade, and I would like to get the warmer toned shades out already because it is like November, but I kept using it and the pan was like not coming. So I shifted my focus onto Coolada, and the first time that I used it, I hit pan on it. The next shade in the second row is called Lovely Bunch. This one I didn't use at all since the last update. Altogether in this project, this shade has 67 uses on it. In the middle, there is another Franken shade. That one is called Cocoa Crush. It is a Franken between Palm Reader, the Cocoa, and Shell Yeah. This one I used since the last update 20 times. Altogether in this project, 27 uses. And the last shade in this row is Shell Yeah. It has a tiny bit of pan in it. It actually has 14 uses on it since the last update, and I just managed to hit pan on it. So I had 10 uses on it already, and then I shifted my focus onto Coolada, hit pan on it immediately, and shifted my focus back onto Shell Yeah. And since this one has a pan on it now, I'm gonna stop focusing on it for the next updates and just focus on some other shades that don't have pan on it, for example, or the shades that I want to use up. So Shell Yeah has 75 uses on it. That's quite a lot. In the last row, the first shade is called Get Crackin'. This one I used quite a lot actually. I used it 22 times. In total in this project, it has 55 uses on it. I used this as an outer corner deepening shade, and maybe you can see that it has a nice dip going in it. So I should be able to hit pan on it for the next update, hopefully. In the middle we have a shade called the Cocoa. Since this one already has pan on it, I didn't use it at all. Altogether in this project, this has 44 uses on it. And the last shade is called Nutty. This one I only used once, and in this project it has 42 uses on it. So I managed to hit my goal that I set in the last update. I actually doubled it. I hit 2 pans, and for the next update I think that I should hit pan on Get Crackin'. It is quite close, I think. I really want to hit pan on every shade in this palette before the end of the year. So we have Get Crackin' and Nutty that still don't have pan on them. Also, I would like to use up the shade called Shredded because it is a Franken, and also the shade in the middle called Cocoa Crush, it is a Franken as well. I would like to have these 2 be empty by the end of the year because they are technically empty shades that I just Franken something into. And also, if I have enough time, I would like to use up Coolada as well, but that is kind of a secondary goal. The first goal is to hit pan on everything. Second goal is to use up the Frankens, and the third one would be the Coolada, to use up the whole of Coolada. For the next update, I would definitely like to have some pan expansion on all 3 of the shades that I'm trying to use up, and get pan on Get Crackin'. But thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing as well. Thank you so much, and bye bye.